including Nayan Soni and you.
No, sir, you are always there for us.
Yes, it's always a happier part that alumni are performing excellently at state, national, and international level, and they also spare time and their wishes to join with the department and the students. So that is the most encouraging part. And I'm sure that the students who are joining today for this webinar, they also will be motivated. Nayan, I will continue. I think this is part of formalities, right? So I want to say something about yeah.
Okay,
Patanjali
okay,
also.
sir. Actually,
Yeah.
total
yes,
number
please.
of registration is more than 230. So
Okay.
you
Lovely,
continue just, sir. No issue because joining is continue for a long time.
Yes, yes. They will keep on joining.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah. So there are many memories connected with Patanjali, especially both as part of
Right, sir.
alumni as well as personal friend. And yesterday we had a lot of discussion. He was since long he is inviting us to visit the locations of Metro Rail, various locations where the work is going on. But because of the pandemic, we could not
Exactly.
have a visit there. But let us plan something and see whether we can have a possible visit there. And
Bilkul, sir.
today's his address, I think this is the first one in our restart of this webinar series, right, Nayan? Yes. So we welcome him, warmly welcome him, and we also look forward that just like as he has spared his time and sharing his work experience and expertise, this will be an example for other alumni also, that they also will come up and help the students to gain additional extra knowledge, which otherwise is not shared in the classes. But this is what really is very much useful. So not taking much time, I would like Nayan to do the needful and invite Mr. Patanjali for his experience sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for introducing Patanjali, sir, and informing our students that sir is our one of the alumni, and we are fortunate enough to have his vast experience sharing on this platform of webinar series phase 2. We are very happy that as VM Patel sir told that more than 230 participants registered within a couple of hours, because flyer was just floated by yesterday evening, and by the end of day, we have got this much of response from our college as well as from Government Engineering College, Bhavnagar, GEC Bhavnagar. So before starting up, I would like to invite our head of the department, Dr. VM Patel sir, to have a few words. VM Patel sir, please.
Good morning to everybody. Good morning and welcome to everybody. Today's topic is also very relevant to the advanced construction of civil engineering. So Faridgan, and our today's speaker is none of but our alumni and my classmate also, my friend and my classmate also. So by response of the students, we can understand how much it is important. And Mr. sir has a lot of practical experience. Basically, he started his career as an assistant engineer, and now he's a superintending engineer, and looking about a very big project so far as the Gujarat is concerned, Metro Rail project. And we will take advantage today, not taking much time. Just I will hand over to Nayan Soni to give a brief introduction, and we will enjoy the today's lecture. Soni sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Let me introduce our today's speaker. Mr. Patanjali J. Mishra, who is our one of the alumni from the civil engineering department. So, sir has a vast experience of 30 years in the road and building department in government of Gujarat and various department posting in National Highway Authority of India and Metro Rail project. So far as the professional experience is concerned, sir is working with GMRCL, Gujarat Metro Rail Corporation Limited, since January 2014 till the date. This is the recent most. And he has handled the construction technological work pertaining to the metro rail construction during his tenure of 6 years on the deputations from the government of Gujarat. National Highway Authority of India, he has held position of as manager technical during his tenure of 3 years in NHAI, India, on deputation from the April 2010 to December 2013. GSRDCL means Gujarat State Road Development Corporation Limited. In that particular organization, he has held position of EA and to managing director, general manager technical during his tenure of 8 years on deputation from January 2000 to March 2010. So, sir has various positions such as assistant engineer, deputy executive engineer. Presently, sir is working as superintending engineer at uh, and joint general manager in the GMRCL. And with this short and many more he has, and with this short introduction, now I'd like to welcome Patanjali sir and request him to start our today's session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody. In particular, reference to my principal, sir, Mr. Mangal Bhatt. Soni Sahib was always interactive with me since years, and my classmate, my batchmate, Dr. Professor Vinod Patel Sahib. And it is this nostalgic feeling which has brought me for the first time on, say, a presentation format. I'll try to do justice in that. This is because we always, you were on the site, never had the time to come out with the, whatever presentation I can bring forth to you. But it was like such a great feeling. I think I'm among my own people, and in particular reference to my great principal, sir, Professor Dr. N.R. Dave. And guys, to be very honest, I always used to wonder in my engineering years why the first year is common, because we'll study survey, and you won't believe me, my mechanical professors, Dr. M.B. Jain, Dr. Dave, they were so great that somehow half of the line I used to think I should go to mechanical engineering. So that first year is so great that if the professors are good, you start feeling, I think I made a wrong choice in civil. I should have been in mechanical. When you study electronics or electrical, you start feeling I should be there. But there's only one choice. But Metro gave me such a thing where everybody is needed. To start with, if your construction is going on, halfway through, you'll have the mechanical people, you'll have the electrical people, you'll have electronics, signaling and telecommunications coming and saying, hey, guy, I want this to be done in your civil engineering work. Now you are leaving my ducts, you are leaving this. So we call it the interface issues are there. So it's not in isolation, I can do my civil engineering and go. No, sir, I have to take care of my other branches of engineering. So that's one big project where your a simplistic knowledge of mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronics is much needed. It's not that I may be a civil engineer and I can go away with that. No, sir. You have to be there. You have to take care of, you are sensitive to the other people's need. And it's so mind-boggling. The technology is changing day by day. Suddenly, even I at the age of 50 plus, I feel outdated. Now I have to keep learning from my youngsters, young engineers like you who come to my metro rail. I get hold of them and say, okay, you teach me this. Now, what is your system? What is your electrical boards? Where they are going? So you have one thing in life. You keep a vibrancy alive in your engineering. भाई आप कहीं से भी पढ़े हो, कहीं से भी कुछ किया हो, लेकिन mind well कि knowledge is ever ongoing process. You keep updating yourself. That's the key of life. You are never too old to learn anything. Never shrug away. Try to absorb like a sponge whatever you get from good. I can vouch for my faculties out there. They'll be the best in the Gujarat now. So what we felt in Bhavnagar, we were much better than the LD people. They completed their course in 5 years. We came out with 4 years. That's the biggest credit. So I think your gurus or your teachers are there for you. Just keep a little bit of spark in yourself. If I may begin my presentation. Full screen. Now, this is the rear view of the metro rail depot, and here you can see, if I may use a pointer, these are the sheds, you can say. Now, these are basically the pre-engineering buildings. Now, what is the difference between a pre-engineering building? I can show in the later slides, but I can mention out here. These are a very state-of-the-art, what do you call, fabricated, pre-engineered structures, which I think in this depot, we brought it from the Jindal Steel Works. So purlins, the columns, the rafters, they come from their workshop and they are just erected on the site. So this is basically a SBL, means a stabling line. Stabling line is nothing but આપણે કહીએ કે ઘોડાઓનું અસ્તબલ જે કહીએ ભાઈ રાત્રે for us ઘોડાs are my metro cars, metro rail wagons. We don't call them wagons, we call them cars. So these are the stabling lines, these are the internal cleaning bay, you have the inspection bay lines and repair bay lines. The logic is कि જે રોજ બરોજની તમારી મેન્ટેનન્સ હોય and train is just kept for overnight, because early morning you'll start a metro, finish off by 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the night. So they come back to this depot. Depot is here parking garage. So if nothing is to be done on those coaches, it is kept in the stabling line. If there is a internal cleaning, kachro loko chodin gaya hoy thodu ghanu, baki metros are very spick and span, and we don't have even a human toilet inside the cars. And if there is a bigger this repair needed, so we keep them in the inspection bay lines. Now, if you have a bigger, more larger repair, say changing of the wheel rims and all that, we bring the coaches out here. And now this is your takeoff point. Early morning, the trains will leave from here and go up the ramp and go and join the elevated structure, which you keep seeing in and around the Ahmedabad horizon. So this is the basically where your train starts early morning, say 5:36, whatever will be the time. And by God's grace, we will be commissioning this north-south corridor, which starts from APMC to Motera. So we have almost 18 kilometers long stretch in north-south, and we'll be holding approximately, stations are kept at 1.1 kilometer. So that the logic is a person need not walk more than 500 meters from his house, because if you keep the metro station more than 500 meters, people will start using their own vehicles, and office goers may try to skip it ki yaar kaun train pakadwa jaye itli dur. So this is basically where your trains are kept in the night, and you have the emergency train unit, and this is a mechanical engineer's paradise. Guys, I'll be showing, if the time permits, what all machineries for the mechanical people are there. So now logic, if for a civil engineering point of view, we try to understand why this Gyaspur depot location was selected. The basic issue was land. We needed some cheap land from Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, and they had this surplus land, you can say, because earlier this site was of sedimentation, open to air tanks of AMC, which was trying to go for the sewage treatment. And suddenly they came out with this AMC pumping station. Like now they got a smaller machinery, flocculator. So this entire area was barren. It was half filled with big open tanks like swimming pools. So we had to fill it up. And this was a very ideal site. So the first station which comes after Gyaspur is your APMC. That is the first station of the north-south line. We are talking from the southern end. And the further station will be Jivraj Park. Then you have Shreyas Colony and so forth. Rani, then Motera. Motera will be the last station in this route. And what we have designed, there are two routes basically in metro, north-south and east-west. So for north-south, this is the depot. And here we have a lovely system called Depot Control Center. And you won't believe our metros are driverless. But of course, we'll be keeping two drivers in the front end and the back end. Depot Control Center is, you call the nerve center of this entire metro operations. The machines are, or the cars are so great, you can use them driverless. That's a technological marvel, and you can control all from this place. However, we have got another big depot for the east-west line that is called the April Park Depot. And if suppose by chance you have an emergency out there, that depot does not, it's got the master control center out there, which can run both east-west, north-south. And if those systems don't fire well on that day, we've got the BCC, that's the backup control center. Now, this is the lovely overnight view of the, you can say the bird's eye view. This it was the old, right? And this is your inspection bay. This is your internal cleaning bay. These are the repair sections. These are the workshops. This is the depot center. And you can see the lines. Now they are fanning out. So we can mention the number of lines out here is around 20. We got future provisions also. This is the, I think it's called the emergency train unit. And now this line, which you can see, is a test track. Moment we receive, the company which is supplying us metro cars, or is the Hyundai Rotem company from South Korea. And Hyundai, yes, of course, we call it Hyundai. They call it Hyundai. H is silent. So Hyundai Rotem is the company which is supplying us metro cars. This is the test track. Before putting your line, metro trains or cars in this for the operation and maintenance, you have to test track them. So every depot has a test track where you can run your trains which you receive from this train company, and this is called the test track. Sorry, 965 meters long. Now you imagine every planning has gone into this. Now this was the project. It was done by Gannon Dunkerley and PS Patel joint venture. And now the consultants, supervision consultants, we call them general engineering consultants. These are basically Sistra, Wrights, Ecom, OC. The contract value was 133 crores, but due to delay and the cost increase and the non-supply pandemic times, the workers were not there. So this increased, and you can see that we, however, completed it last year, 30 September 2020. Now these are the maintenance basic lines, stabling yards. We got 20 lines, inspection bay lines. We have 3 lines. These are the. Now, if I can enlarge this, you can say this is the basic structure, and this is where the tracks come out of APMC. You will have that Vishala Junction crossing. Now imagine the site selection from the civil engineering point of view. We were just near the Fatehwadi Canal, which takes from your offtakes from the Vasna Barrage. And this entire barren land was subject to illegal mining. People were mining sand. So we had a deal of filling up. And now we had to construct the boundary wall on the edge of the canal berm, you can say. So that was a big task. And Fatehwadi Canal flows right through it. Now we have got this cart track converted into a bituminous road for the access into the this Gyaspur depot. And now this is the difference. Was I was explaining the big sheds. They were constructed with a pre-engineered building. Why? What is it? It's the state-of-the-art solution for developing effective. They're designed, pre-manufactured, like they came from Delhi workshop of Jindal Steelworks. That was our subcontractor. And now this is basically a structure in from the structural engineering point of view. You have a pre-engineered building, the ridge line, the roof sheeting, the eave strut for drainage, grit. Now, these were the initial pictures of the Gaspur depot. Now, these were the stabling shed, you can say. 20 lines accommodated in this great industrial shed. This is the side view of it. You can see how it came about, and we had not done the roofing then. And these are the initial pictures when I joined Gaspur depot for a year or so. These were the RCC buildings, typical administrative structures. Now, this is the finished product. This is the main entry gate when you go to our Gaspur depot, which is a very high security complex now. And this is the main gate. And now these are the beautiful cars which are just waiting for our other civil engineering works to be over. Say the wider construction between AMC to Shreyas. It's going on almost at war footing. We got the trains in time. We had like predicted we'll be running them soon. So they are all lined up. We test them. We try to run them in the depot and see that they are in working state always. So this is a basically a inspection bay line. Here you have a pit wheel. You have to go below it. You can check with your floodlights what is the axle problem. Now this is the repair bay which is finished now. You can have shutters. You got all the spare parts lined up in there, and these are the beautiful where you can forklift them, the cars, everything. Now this is the view which you get, a very rare view. I was like, you see my trains are lined up there. And this is the internal cleaning bay. You can go down the pit, you can clean the axles, you can wash even from the top, the AC ducts, everything. So these are the pre-engineering structures. This is a usual RCC, our administrative office. This is the time and security office. Now, metro, you can imagine, it runs in the morning, say 5:30, 6 o'clock onwards to late night, say 8:30, 9 o'clock, or even maximum 10 o'clock. Then the real work starts in depot, the night time. It's always the night time, so you have a time and security. You'll have engineers coming up for the maintenance work in the night, because we have to use the night shifts only. Early morning, you're running the trains, so it's only in the night where you can look after these cars, metro cars or the metro wagons. This is the nerve center of our depot. It's got a host of electronics. You have a big dashboards, computers, which I think the CBTC and all that electronic stuff is being run from here. This was like a space type water tank. It was specially designed by an architect from Bangalore. We had a very tough time in trying to construct this. You can see we didn't use the slip form. We had to keep on. Now this is the bird's eye view, what the metro rail in during daytime it looks. So these are the inspection bay, you can say, internal cleaning bay, repair. Now this was the area how we carved out a depot from a wasteland. It was around 19.2 hectares, and we had to fill a lot of it, construct a boundary wall to secure it, and then the work used to go on. Best part of a depot is once you have got the boundary wall area, environmental clearance is there, no trees, no great trees were cut out here. So this was, I think, one of the best metro site even in the country. We had no environmental issues, no trees were there, it was barren, just waiting for us to come and construct a metro. And I think it's a very wide decision from the government of Gujarat to select this piece of parcel. It's just in front of the Vishala junction. Vastu, चल भी रहा था? How do you know it's working? Yes, sir.
Is it over, sir?
I can, if the time permits, I can show you the real April depot which is functioning now. It is, we have a 6 kilometer line going on in the east-west corridor. It's not Gaspur depot, it's the April Park depot, where I think our mechanical engineers will love it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please carry on, sir.
Hold on. Now, this is another depot which is fully functional. It is catering to our trains are running between Vastralgam to April Park depot. So this is a April Park my depot, which has lesser number of lines, say 8 lines in stabling yard. There the space was limited. It's typical Ahmedabad, old Ahmedabad, Khokra area, and repair bay lines are less. But it's the master controlled depot. Like you have Hassan facility of ISRO, which controls everything. So this is my MCF. And now you can see how the major plants and machineries at April Park depot. Daily, what we do daily is check on the train conditions, function at every daily service completion, interval cleaning. This is done in stabling lines. Now you have a category of service check, which is when the trains have run for 5,000 kilometers. This I think they cover in approximately 15 days. So you have to take them to inspection bay for testing their subsystems, underframe, replacement, topping up of oils, lubricants. Service check is done category B, that is after 15,000 kilometers. Now this again is taken to inspection bay, and intermediate overhaul, that's 4,22,000, 20,000. This is almost 3.5 years, and where you have to take them to workshop for overhaul of pneumatic valves, compressor, condition-based system. Now, what somebody might ask me, what are the facilities for emergency? How do you tackle your emergency in metro systems? So we at the stations we have got a emergency stop plunger, and to stop the trains approaching the stations. Then you have a trip system, which actually was needed. I think in last year when we were running the train, we have a problem from the kite flying. So I think some kite had got entangled in our. And guys, I think it gives me a matter of pride to say we've got the third rail system. It's not the overhead. Overhead looks clumsy. Of course, it's more, we are prone to more maintenance because the third rail runs parallel to your two rails on which the bogie or the, the bogie of the wagon or the car goes about. And we run our metros with a 750 volts power. You have a fire alarm system, you have a fire extinguisher, it's a typical firefighting mechanism out there. You have, so I think I'll not go in detail. Everything is there. But we try to foresight. The biggest, the, the biggest thing I learned in metro was safety. Even while constructing, like our workers, I'm dressed with a helmet. We call it the PPE, personal protection equipment. We have a safety helmet. We have a safety shoes. And it's like, it's a matter of pride. We can say even the railway people who come on deputation, the people from the Indian Railways, they sir कि इतनी सारी safety तो हमने railway में भी नहीं देखी sir. For during construction time, even when we'll go, our bigger ups, higher ups will come without any PPE. In metro, it's mandatory for any top ranking officials or a small ranking worker to wear his PPE kit. Like we say, we take pride in being an engineer, putting on our safety helmet, safety shoes, and that retro reflective jacket. So that's like a doctor's apron for us. So whenever we venture out to any site of work, you will see all metro officials, whether be it engineers, supervisors, or construction workers, everybody is doing these three mandatory things. So safety, we take care utmost. Now you have a plethora of plants and machinery. You have under wheel, pit wheel, lathe. I think Mangal sir or our mechanical team will be just marveling at the words. Synchronized mobile jacks we have, synchronized pit jacks we have. Now this is electrical bogie tractor, a small, I'll show the photographs also, for shunting and placement of 6 car racks on different lines at this. Now, because you use the engine of a this metro car, it consumes more power. So safely it can be done in a shutdown condition of the metro train for shunting. Then you have a rescue vehicle, rail come road vehicle. This can go on road, and the moment you switch on the word, I think it's from a Mercedes company. It's a lovely piece of equipment, and you have the wheels over it, and it can run on the track also. Now, this is the photographs of a typical metro rail depot. You have it from the Metro April Park depot, which is working, which is functioning. So you have a under floor pith wheel lathe. Now imagine all the foundations have to be constructed by the civil engineer. So it is out here when we start receiving the feedbacks from our mechanical counterparts, from our electronics guys, कि सर ये फाउंडेशन में आप ये गड़बड़ मत कर देना, हमारी मशीनरी अब ऐसी आ रही है. So this all has to be done in tandem with the mechanical people or the electrical people. Matlab, civil engineer cannot work in isolation. He has to be master of everything. Matlab, he has to master other branches also, have a knack, what they are feeling, understanding their problem. Because I may construct my foundation haphazardly and go away. Now these people will be really very hard to fix all this complicated machinery in those civil engineering structures. Now, these are the synchronized mobile jacks to lift your metro cars. And now this is the electrical bogie tractor, which actually can pull a series of trains also. It's so powerful. And this is if I can go back. Now, this is my Mercedes-Benz rail come road vehicle. It can go on road. It has metal this rail wheels also. It can put on itself on the track and go about. This is all with the equipments which are filled in this truck. So these are the basic forklift truck, car body stand, mobile lifting stand, working lift platform. And now these are the forklifts. Yes, car body stands. And you have a mobile. Now, why mobile lifting table is required? Basically, we have a what you call a rotating turntable also. If you want to change the direction of your cars from length into breadth, you put it there and rotate it out. Like in earlier times, if you all remember the steam engines there, we used to change the direction of the steam engine because it was a cabin was located very precariously facing one direction only. Now, this is a working lift platform. Now, this is basically a mechanical engineer's job. How do you go about procurement plan, major machineries, open tenders, small items, estimate and technical specification approvals. Then you have to, bidding is very transparent. It is always advertised on our websites. You can download those tenders if you have a company going on. And this is the process which is, I think, done even in civil engineering cases. Tender submission, opening, technical evaluations. And now after the award of contract, a mechanical will always go for drawing approval. We call them shop drawings, manufacturing clearance, factory acceptance, dispatch clearance, handing over to O&M staff, start of defect liability period for 2 years, and you have an annual maintenance of 3 years. Now, if I can show this also, it's again, I'm reverting back to my civil engineering aspect. How do you go about choosing a metro depot? So these are the major objectives: engineering, economic. Then you have a route site selection, institutional. Now all these parameters weigh when you are selecting a good civil engineering site for a metro depot, or even say BRTS or anything, mass rapid transit system can come about. So these are the basic aspect which goes about in selection of site. Now you must have read in the papers what happened with Maharashtra Metro. they had gone to plan an array depot, but it had housed almost 3 to 4 thousand trees. There was a lot of hue and cry from the Shiv Sena. When they came to power, they cancelled the entire depot. So for engineering, we can always keep in mind, think 10 times. You may pass sleepless nights, but yet think over and over, so that, because when we do the work, it's like a point of no return. So put in your best brains, don't take it lightly. You plan it out perfectly, and when you go about, you will achieve the goals. This is what we learned from Array. Haphazardly, they had selected a site which had very green cover, large green cover, and the people resented it, because there are people who will say, I don't need progress, I don't need this, I want clean air, which I think during pandemic times has become more important. So whatever you do in life, wherever you are placed, keep thinking, keep yourself knowledge abreast. Don't think I was an outdated guy when we passed out, or we are still outdated, and you youngsters are there to teach us, to learn from our experience and take it further away. मतलब like guru agarti je aap seekho, you have to now make it forward, much forward again. And thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving such a nice session. Definitely, very first, on behalf of the Civil Engineering Department and Shantilal Shah Engineering College, I would like to thank a lot, sir, for sparing your valuable time and inspiring our students and giving them technical insights, that how a mega project is being handled, and what are the technical parameters one has to take care, what are the issues which might come in the future, and that how people are managing. So it is showing them the sincerity of engineering. I feel they are going to get really good insights while attending this webinar. So before just ending, I would like to request Vinod Patel, sir. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir, Mishra sir.
Sir,
Actually, we are teaching only a theoretical part, but
नहीं,
how
sir,
it is to be executed, that
आप
is you have
foundation हो, sir.
explained. नहीं, ठीक है, sir.
Yeah.
But how it is actually executed, and if possible, we will take
Site
visit,
visit.
because
Yes,
now the situation is going to be better and better. So depend upon the interest of the student, definitely we will take the visit. It will be more useful, because nowadays you are working on a steel bridge.
I can show something. I can show something if you give me permission. Patel sir, है ना?
Yes, definitely, sir.
Okay. So with this, I feel.
एक मिनट, sorry, sir. One
Yes, sir.
second.
Let me push more item in your this sir plate.
Yes.
I'll.
Yeah. So we continue all.
Just give me a second, because steel bridge is going on, and I have requested Patel Sahab to come and visit it. What document? Now you can. If Vinod Patel sir may permit me, this is open web girder. It's a simple structure which Professor C.J. Patel taught us in our engineering. I still remember him. He was a very good teacher. And C.J. Patel sahab, I think, is practicing in Ahmedabad. And hats off to that great teacher. He would always start our class by taking us to the site. I remember the steel structure started in our college. So I, Vinod sir, all my other classmates had gone to Bhavnagar railway station, even though at that time it was a simple, very small meter gauge station. And yet he showed us how the workshops are run, how the platform structure is made. So I'm trying to carry on his legacy. I couldn't resist when the Vinod Patel sir mentioned the steel structure. So this is an open web girder. It is weighing around 600 metric ton. Then you can see the different components: bottom chord, vertical cord, top cord, overall progress. We have almost got it erected by 77%, and God willing, मतलब भगवान की जो मर्जी ने माता जी की कृपा रहसे, so I think by next mid you can say August, we'll be launching it over the Sabarmati railway yard, and this is basically a metro rail crossing between RTO area and the AEC station area. So compulsorily the railway had asked for a steel structure because on the railway line a 73-meter bridge precast could not be allowed by the railways. So they have gone for a 73-meter single piece open web girder. I'll show the photographs. And now we have another small steel structure alongside it, which is just 36 meters. It's called the composite plate girder. Even the photographs, I think I may not have it now, but these girders will be this composite girder and the open web girder will be allowing us the metro rail to cross from Chimanbai, one end of the Chimanbai pull to the another end, over almost a series of 7 or 8 broad gauge railway lines. So I can show the photographs. Now, this is the open web girder which is in under construction. It's going to be a 70. Now, this existing bridge you can say is the Chimanbai Pull, which connects between the RTO Ahmedabad to the Sabarmati area. Now, this is the different views. This is the this will be the bottom cord bracings we have done, erected the side ones, and this you can see a panoramic view which is coming up. Now this is almost complete, and we'll be in the starting point of this. We'll be putting a nosing section, which is almost 14 meters long. As it's a simple steel point, and then we'll be pushing it we'll be holding winches from here, and entire 73 meter is going to slide. I think within a span of 3 days, we'll be trying to cover the distance of 5-6 hours. I think in single day, we'll be covering over 5 or 6 railway tracks, keeping it on the other pier. So that will be the, it's a silver structure which is going on. These are now this is the old photograph. If I can show, this is the actual area where we had to demolish a lot of houses. I'm very sad, but yet in the name of infrastructure, in the name of future generation, so we'll be pushing our preparing the girder out here, and this is the railway track area. So from here to the next pier, these 2 piers are there. This is 1 pier, this is 2 pier, and over this, the steel structure will be sliding and going away. Up now, I still like to show, this is the construction schedule. You remember, I think the civil engineering people or the mechanical will be having to learn about the critical path method. Yes, guys, it's there. So please pay attention to your construction management or say quantitative techniques. These all tools will be useful in the later life. Don't think it's a simple subject. Try to master it. Try to find out what is a float, total float, early finish, late finish. So this all is going to be there for your real world also. Okay, suppose we have broken up the activities into different parts. This is my open web girder area. This is my composite. We have got the time frame limit. We keep checking with our site engineers or the fabricators. There is a very good company called Mukhtar Engineering Works, and it's an RDSO approved fabricator. The RDSO means is a research design organization of Indian Railways based at Lucknow, and that gives all the clearance to the drawing. And open web girder is not a simple issue. We'll be taking railways permission. You will have an entire team of railways which have come and visited, which is called the Commissioner of Railway Safety. So this entire bridge structure is being checked by us. It's being checked by our consultant engineers. Will be checked by Western Railway, and God willing, I think it will be in position by mid of next month. And again, this is a smaller structure which is called the composite girder. Yes, sir. Now
Yes.
I may permit, sir.
Yes, at least very good exposure given to our students, and students also have to see that sometimes we believe that this subject is not useful to us,
No,
but
everything is
each and
useful.
every
Yes, sir.
subject is
I
useful
may
in the
interrupt.
field. And
Everything is important.
Mishra sir has also given a final year student can better understand the part in CPM. So it is useful and it is used in the field. So we will thank you very much, Mishra Sahib.
So
And
kind
we
of
will
you, sir.
take your
So kind.
advantage in future also.
नहीं नहीं sir,
Uh,
बिल्कुल.
Over to Sony Sahib.
Yes, sir. So, before concluding, we are having almost 98 participants. So, almost 101 participant was consistent enough throughout the session, and it was a great response from the audience also. So, let me spare a minute or two
Yes, sir.
for the participant if they wish to ask anything regarding the metro rail, if they are having any curiosity about having knowledge of the metro rail or whatever. From the students, I request that if you have any query, please ask, unmute yourself and you may ask.
Hello.
Hi Kunal, how are you?
Sir, I am fine. How are you?
Absolutely fine.
Sir, can you share about that demo track? Uh, I need more information on that.
That test track you mean to say?
Yeah, that Hyundai test track. Why
Okay, नहीं,
can't
it's
on
not a. हाँ.
because still the construction is not done, so we can use that normal track for the testing.
नहीं, I'll explain one thing. Test track, it almost the maximum speed of these trains are 80 kilometers. Like this is a gauge, it's called a standard gauge. It is between a meter gauge and a broad gauge. It is 1.465 meters broad from the rail center to the another rail center. And for testing, we need a area, but ideally it would be 1 kilometer plus. However, we had to house around say 965 meters. So in this 965 meters, metro, are very, they run on induction motors. I think my mechanical or the electrical students will be more doing justice in that area. It's a very fast traction motors. And within, I think, say 10, 15 seconds, you can attain the speed of 80 kilometers. So, yeah. So we need a test track in each and every depot. A test track is a mandatory part. So whenever you receive a new coaches, you can't run on the main track because say Delhi Metro or any other metro, your frequency is very high. The trains are already running. You don't have a spare track to test these. So in the depot itself, it can be tested. If suppose there is a mechanical or electrical, say minor failure, it can be again brought to the repair stations, repaired. So that's the logic. And
Thank you, sir.
I'll add one more thing. In depot area, it's a blasted track. मतलब આપણે જે ટિપિકલ રેલવેમાં જોયા છે ને કે ભાઈ પાટા હોય એની ઉપર પેલા ઇગ્નિયસ રોક્સ ના પેલા બેલાસ્ટ આવે છે. So in depot area, it's a ballasted track on the viaduct, which is that elevated portions or even the tunnels. You have a ballast-less track. Elevated में એટલે નથી રાખવામાં આવતા કે it is much more fixed and you have a chance of પેલી જે गिट्टी હોય છે ballast, it can fall over the commuters, the road users who are going down below. So in elevated tracks, we don't use ballast. It is just ballast-less tracks. But in depot area, it's a typical railway yard like you may see in Kankeri or somewhere else. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else wants to ask any question?
No, I'll be happy to receive the email from you all if they're still when they'll read something, they'll come out with something.
Yes, yes.
So, yes, sir.
So, Patel sir, with your kind permission, should we close the session?
Yes, yes.
So, Patanjali sir, on behalf of Civil Engineering Department and Sadila Shah Engineering College, I am thanking you a lot for sparing your valuable time and sharing your expertise among the student community of our college as well, Government Engineering College, Bhavnagar.
It's
So,
so kind
we
of
are
you, sir.
looking for similar kind of what you can say expert sessions from you in future.
Yes, sir. I'll always relish कि whenever my students from at least from my own engineering college will come up to Ahmedabad to visit, and if we can visit, we can show the operations also. It's a very less ticket, like Atal Bihari Vajpayee also for Delhi Metro, he had brought a 10 rupees ticket. I'll not say कि I'll give you a free ride, but you pay for your ticket, but we'll have a very good team of engineers explaining other things which I cannot explain. Like
Yes.
you can bring a mixed bag of your engineering branches, whatever
Yeah.
branches, and I'll be lucky to say that I have one of our another students with us. He's GM Operation and Maintenance, Mr. Mehul Joshi. He's
Yes,
of
sir.
course from the engineering services from the ITS department. I think he again has made a second home for himself in the Gujarat Metro. So we can rope him in for a typical electronics and electrical session. I'll just try to convey him, coax him into sparing 1 or 2 hours, and he's another good, fine students of our own college. So, matlab, it's again will be a much more pleasurable lectures and series, sir.
Thank you. Sir,
Thank you.
looking towards your warm response, with the kind permission of our HOD, sir, I will try my level best to organize one technical visit, either civil engineering department or multidisciplinary students.
Yeah,
With,
that will be much better, sir.
yeah,
Because
because
matlab, it's like everybody's home out there.
yes,
You
yes.
mentioned except chemical engineering. I think even they are useful because the cars we wash, it has an imported shampoo coming from somewhere else.
Oh.
The cars have to be washed with a very soft shampoo because otherwise it'll get corroded and all that. So even the chemical engineering is used out there.
Fine. Okay. So with this, we are concluding this session. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Abar, sahib. Badar.
We may leave the meeting.
Yes, sir. Thank you.